Hello, I'm Steve Walden with Interactive Accessibility. Talkback is the built-in screen reader application for Android devices. In the last few years, Android has made a lot of progress with assistive technology, making it a viable option for users who prefer this platform over iOS devices such as iPhones and iPads. I like to see this competition between iOS and Android because it leads to innovations that benefit all users. As a matter of fact, some features that used to be considered strictly for accessibility have now become more commonly used by all users. Font size, for example. In this video, I'll show you how to turn on Talkback, and we will look at a few common settings. In the next video, I'll demonstrate what it is like to use Talkback. This device is a Nexus 7 tablet by Asus. It's running Android 4.2 Jelly Bean. The basic Talkback functions are the same as in 4.0 Ice Cream Sandwich, but in 4.2, gesture mode is available. You can now swipe to navigate between fields, so you don't need utilities like Eyes Free Keyboard. We're on the main screen, and we first go to the settings. So I'll switch to the settings view in Talkback, and then here you can see the various settings. The Talkback settings provide some interesting options. When you first start exploring with Talkback, use the defaults, but it is worth learning more about the ways you can customize your experience. You can adjust the speech volume of Talkback relative to other audio. The pitch changes let you control the way that Talkback speaks based on what information it is conveying. When you turn on the proximity sensor, which is a nice feature, you can move your hand over the top of the phone to make it stop talking. Speaking the caller ID for incoming calls is a handy feature, and Bluetooth output is a great option for people with Bluetooth-enabled hearing aids. The speech goes directly to their hearing aid. In fact, my mother-in-law has this, and she loves it. In 4.2, this is just part of the general Bluetooth settings. In Ice Cream Sandwich, it was an accessibility option. The sound feedback is nice because, as its name suggests, it makes more noises as you take actions, so it's more apparent that something has actually happened. Explore by Touch is a great feature that lets you move your finger around the screen and have Talkback announce what you are over. We will demonstrate this in the next video, and the tutorial that they have is really good and short. You can also customize what gestures do in Talkback. So if I go into the Manage Shortcut Gestures, you can see that there are a number of them defined here, and we can change those. So swiping up and then right does an open continuous reading menu, and so forth. So we can change those if we want to. Finally, back on the accessibility menu, I recommend that you turn on the enhanced web accessibility option. And this option is nice because it allows applications to show where the focus is on the page. So it'll actually draw a rectangle around the element that it's speaking, and then as you swipe, it'll move that focus indicator around the screen. When I turn on Talkback, it'll actually announce itself.
Settings, ringer 70%.
Now, when I use Talkback, it also changes the gestures that I normally use to navigate. Once you're used to this, it's really easy, but at first it might be a little bit confusing. So for example, I double tap to select something, and I use 2 fingers to scroll. That's it. There isn't much more that you need to do to start using Talkback, and for now, it's good enough to be aware of what the settings are. If you're using 4.0 Ice Cream Sandwich, you'll not have the Talkback gesture support, and the settings might be slightly different or located outside the accessibility menu. The best place to start is to look at the settings, turn on Talkback, and just experiment. In the next video, we'll demonstrate using Talkback. Thank you.